Well, hello. My name is Joel, and I will be your instructor for ESL 032. Sorry that I cannot be at school today, but I will be there next week. So I want to just talk to you about the class. I want to walk through the course syllabus. So this is on Canvas, and you can find this on your Canvas page. So let me go back a little bit. If it's working, there we go. All right, so here's my dashboard, and again, we're in 032, which is right here. And we'll wait. There we go. And if you click right here where it says syllabus, anytime you need to refer back to it, you can click right there. Okay, so again, my name is Joel, Joel, and you probably already know Shu. Shu is the specialist, the aide for the class. She's such a big help to me. She's amazing, and I'm sure if you don't know her already, you will love her very soon. She's great. Okay, so our class will run every Saturday from 9 a.m. until 12 o'clock p.m. There is a Saturday that we'll have off for spring break. I wonder if does it say it here? It doesn't. I'll let you know at a later time when we'll have that Saturday off. But it won't be this week and it won't be this month. Okay, so it'll be sometime in March probably. And yeah, so 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The classroom is A204. A lot of the times we will meet in one of the computer labs. I do like to use computers for my class, so just be used to that. Okay, you'll be getting onto the computers and probably be doing a lot of typing. This is 032, and if you don't know this already, it's a writing class, but it's also an oral practice class. So what that means is we will be doing a lot of writing and doing a lot of speaking. So there will be times in which you have to give a presentation to the rest of the class. Okay. All right. The textbook, if you don't have it already, you've got 1 week to get it. Okay. This is the textbook. It's called Great Writing. Great Writing. And so you should be able to find it in the campus bookstore. You could probably check on Amazon and maybe get it within the next week. There will be a homework assignment for next week, so make sure not only that you have it, but you've got the assignment done. So I'll be talking about that a little bit later. Or actually, I'll probably just post that on Canvas later today, what the assignment is going to be. Okay, so this is a 3-credit class. It is face-to-face, except for today because I'm not here, but hey, Shu is here. But I will make every effort to be here for every class from now on. And as I said, we will be using computers, so we'll be using technology. You'll be working with your classmates as well. Let me talk about what you will learn in this class, or what I hope you will learn in this class. So number 1, it says to write and say orally complex questions using appropriate verb tenses. Okay, so what that means is correctly asking a question, maybe in the simple present tense, maybe in the present progressive tense, maybe in the simple past tense or the simple future tense. Okay. Number 2 says brainstorm, cluster, and outline a short paragraph with examples. It is a pretty big struggle for a lot of students to to organize and then write a paragraph that's well written and that makes sense. So we'll be talking about that. In fact, today you will be doing some writing for me, and so that will give me an idea of where you are and what you know and how I can get you better at writing. Okay, number 3 says write, revise, and edit and recite a short paragraph with examples. Okay, so that is what it says. So if you've ever written anything before, hopefully you know that when you write something, you have to change it. You have to make it even better. So you revise it. You maybe add examples or take out examples. Maybe you have too much. Maybe you have too little. And so you really have to look at your paragraphs kind of like an artist and say, well, how can I make this the best that it can be? Okay, editing is changing things. Maybe capitalizing. Maybe changing the verb tenses. Maybe spelling things correctly, maybe adding punctuation marks, the correct punctuation marks. Reciting is just reading something out loud. And so that's a good thing to be able to do is to write something and then read it so that others can hear it and respond to it. Okay. Where were we? Number 4, brainstorm. Brainstorm, cluster, and outline a short paragraph of comparison, contrast, or classification. So comparing is talking about how two things are similar. Contrast is talking about how things are different. So you as somebody who is not from the United States, you probably constantly compare and contrast. Hey, these people are just like those people from my country, right? You probably do a lot of contrasting. Those people are different, right? This food is different. This city is different. Okay, and then classification is really just organizing different things, different animals, different people. Okay, different jobs. Okay, number 5, write, revise, edit, and recite a short paragraph of comparison, contrast, and classification. So not just the writing, but also um, the, uh, the production of it, the working on the finished product, which should be as beautiful as possible. Number 6, use appropriate transitional words and phrases in paragraphs. Transitional words, if you don't know, that's like when you're writing a paragraph and you want to be specific, and you might use a word like first or first of all, or my favorite, first and foremost. Okay, and then you're finished talking about that first thing or that first person or that first idea, and then you want to talk about the second one. So second of all, secondly, furthermore, or another reason, another person, another idea. Okay, and then you might have talked about your second idea, your second person, your second thing, and then you might talk about the third one, right? That's a transition, or third of all, or finally. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Okay, so the transitional words, phrases that we use in paragraphs. So, for example, if you're about to give good news, you might say fortunately, comma. If you're about to give bad news, you might say unfortunately, comma. Okay, so those are words that we use that really signify and signify to the reader um, what message you're trying to convey. Okay, and it really helps. They really help guide the reader in your writing. So they help the reader to understand what you're talking about. All right, and number 7, write and participate in the oral presentation of dialogues using idiomatic expressions. Okay, so when we talk about idioms, those are phrases, sayings that we have in a language that might be a little bit confusing if you're not familiar with them. For example, if I say, whoa, it's raining cats and dogs, it does not mean that cats and dogs are falling out of the sky. It just means that it's raining hard. Okay, so there's so many idioms in the English language that you need to know, and so we will spend some time talking about them. Okay, let's talk about attendance. Now, because this is a Saturday class, you do need to come every Saturday. I thought that I changed this. Oh, no, I did. Okay. Um, Now, most classes at Phoenix College are, Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday, and they usually run for about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half. But because this is a Saturday class and we only meet once a week, if you miss a whole Saturday, that's the same as missing a Monday and a Wednesday class, or a Tuesday and a Thursday class. So really, if you miss more than two, that's pretty up there. So I do reserve the right to drop you from the class if you've missed more than two. Okay, even if you're sick, even if your husband or your wife is sick, even if your son has a soccer game. Okay, I will work with you. You've got to communicate with me. I don't like dropping students, but if you show me that you're not serious about the class, you skip twice, probably going to drop you. Okay, so please communicate with me. And so up here somewhere, there's my email address, and so you can email me. You can actually email me on Canvas as well. I believe you just click, let's see, right here where it says inbox. Inbox. Okay, and so then up here you can compose a message, right? I think it might ask you what course you're in, and so this is 032, so you would click right there, okay? And then you would write my name, and if you forget my name, it's on the syllabus, Joel Lang, okay? So hopefully that won't be too difficult for you. Hopefully you can figure that out. All right, let me go back. Okay. All right. Don't be late to class, okay? I realize it's Saturday. A lot of you, maybe all of you, work during the week and you're tired, and we all feel like, Saturday, we don't go to school on Saturday. So this is a special circumstance, but please make every effort to be on time, okay? What else? Okay, this is a big one. This word is plagiarism. You've probably heard that word, plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you copy from someone else. It could be from the internet. It could be from a book. I've had students, and this is terrible, but I've had students that didn't know as much English as their children, and so they would give their children homework assignments. Okay? True story. I'm a high school teacher. I teach in a high school, and a few years ago, I figured out, actually the kids figured out, I taught the students during the day and I taught the adults at night. And there was one day I was working with a student at the high school, and he pulled out his mother's homework. And he said, "Did I do this right?" And I said, "That's your mother's homework. That's not your homework. Why are you doing that? That's not okay. That's a crime. Do not plagiarize. Do not steal. Do not let someone else do your work, because I am grading you. I'm not grading your child. I'm not grading your neighbor. I'm not grading your friend." Okay? I do realize that in some countries this is perfectly fine. It's not perfectly fine in the United States. Okay? So don't plagiarize. Don't copy. During a test, don't go. Don't do that. Don't do anything like that. Okay? You will earn a 0. I do reserve the right to drop you from the class too if I catch you. So don't do that. Okay? Grading scale, this is kind of standard for the United States. I realize where a lot of you are from, it's a 1 to 10 scale, so 10 is great and 1 is terrible. Here it's A, B, C, D, F, okay? And I'll be grading you on your written work. I'll be grading you on things like presentations. I'll be grading you on quizzes and tests, okay? And I'm a fair person, okay? I will grade you fairly. I will work with you, but just communicate anytime that you're struggling with things, and I will do everything within my power to help you to understand. But you've got to care about your grade more than I care about your grade. Okay, hope that makes sense. Okay, so I've got a schedule for the next 15 weeks, and I might get through it, I might not. But this is what I'm hoping to achieve at this point. Okay, so let me just talk about next week for now. Okay, of course you're going to get the book. Here, let me make this bigger. I think I can do that. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Just so you can really see it. There's the book. Here's what the back looks like. Okay. And so before next Saturday, I need you to actually read, whoa, the first unit. So unit 1. Okay. And I do need you to complete all of the activities. Okay. So here's activity 1, for example. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. They all have examples written for you. So I don't think that I need to spend a lot of time explaining things to you. Okay. Definitely, if you have any questions, just email me. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot to this. It is going to be a lot of work between now and next Saturday. But hey, you're paying for the book. Might as well use it, right? Okay. So that's for next Saturday. And I might have something else for you to do. I haven't decided. Okay. But for now, yeah, that's what you'll be doing. Let's look at what we'll be doing for the rest of the course, just so you get an idea. So the next week, we'll be talking about sentence structure. And what that really means is, in English, we don't start with a verb. Typically, we start with a subject. So it goes subject, verb, object. For example, the boy kicked the ball. The boy is the subject, kicked is the verb, and the ball is the object. We'll be talking about punctuation, so periods at the end of sentences. You probably know that already. Commas. So we do have some comma rules in English that you might or might not be aware of. Capital letters, when to capitalize things, that can be a little bit confusing for some students. Okay. Week 3, we'll have our first test. Actually, what I have here is week 4. Interesting. Okay. This is not my first time this is my first time to teach this class, so I'm going with somebody else's syllabus, so we'll see. I wasn't going to tell you that, but I just did. Okay, so we'll be reviewing the first test. The 3rd week we'll be doing the test. The 4th week. Okay, and again, this might change. I might find that this is way too easy for you. I might give the test the 3rd week. We'll see. Okay, especially since you're coming on a Saturday, so I know that you guys are pretty smart and pretty motivated. Week 5, we'll be talking about, or we'll be doing a presentation, okay? And so I'll be telling you about that in later classes, but it'll be about just what it says, about your dream vacation. Where would you like to have a vacation, okay? And we'll be doing Unit 2, pages 36 through 65, okay? Week 6, supporting and concluding sentences. This is within a paragraph, so really we're talking about the introduction and the conclusion. I've got some nifty tricks for writing topic sentences, those first sentences and the last sentence. Then it says concluding sentences again. Week 7, adjectives. Hopefully you know adjectives, like handsome. Just kidding. So words that describe things or people or places. Okay. And then more about topic sentences. We'll be doing Unit 3 that week. Week 8, we'll be talking about, or we'll be reviewing the present tense. Okay. The present simple and probably the present progressive. Okay. We'll be doing simple sentences. Simple sentences, if you don't know what that means, those are just the first kinds of sentences that you learn in the English language. So this is sentences without conjunctions. What are conjunctions, you ask? Well, look at week 9 where it says compound sentences. A compound sentence is where you have a sentence, and then you have a comma, and then you have a special conjunction like and, like but, like so, like yet, okay? And then you have another sentence. So you've got really 2 sentences together, a comma, and then one of these conjunctions. Okay, so we'll be talking a lot about that. Week 10, demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns. So when you're demonstrating, so you need to buy this book, right? When I put it away from me, that book, this book, that book, this, that, these, those. Whoops, there you go. All right, week 11, writing about past time. Yesterday I go. No, yesterday I went. Right? Did you went? No, did you go? Right? So we'll be talking about the past tense. If you've taken grammar 2, so 020, this really should be a review for you. Okay, and then complex sentences with adverb clauses. Complex sentences with adverb clauses. So we talked about compound sentences. Complex sentences are things like this. If you say something like, although she was tired, comma, although she was tired, comma, she ran for 10 miles. Okay, so that word although tells us there's a surprise, right? That's the adverb part of the sentence. That's the adverb clause. Although she was tired, she ran for 10 miles. Okay, or because we want to improve our English and we work during the week, comma, we are going to school on Saturday. Okay, all right. So 12 childhood memory assignments. So you'll be thinking back to your childhood. I need to hurry. Sorry, this video has gotten way too long. Anyway, writing about the future in week 14. We'll be talking about the future tense and writing a paragraph about the future. I guess. I'm the teacher. I mean, I know. I mean, I totally planned it. Okay, and then our final exam. Okay, so I look forward to meeting you in person next week, next Saturday. I'm sorry again that I can't be here. And I think that's all I want to say to you. But yeah, please come back, and please be willing and ready to work hard. Please have Unit 1 of the book done. Please come with lots of questions. By the way, I do love questions. I never know what is confusing to students unless you ask. Okay, so be prepared to have lots of good discussions, and be prepared to learn a lot every Saturday until May. All right, take care, and we'll see you again. Bye.